The 2025 Genesis GV60. This is an EV that I really like, and we have some new updates to talk about. So the big change is going to be the introduction of a new all-wheel drive model with 19-inch alloy wheels. I think this is a phenomenal addition because you don't have to go off the deep end with the price, and you can get their all-wheel drive system and smaller wheels to maintain a better ride. Granted, I tested the fully loaded performance all-wheel drive, and that vehicle had massive 21-inch wheels, but you know what? The on-road mannerisms were totally fine. I didn't mind the ride quality with the performance GV60, so you can imagine with the smaller 19s, it's going to ride a lot better. Anyway, every trim level is now going to come with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, finally, and you also get Genesis connected services, and you also get a new color known as Capri Blue. And that's it. That's everything you need to know regarding the 2025 Genesis GV60. They've also given us the full MSRP prices for 2025, and there is a destination charge of $1,350. But yeah, they still have the pure rear-wheel drive model. That's going to be your cheapest entry point at $52,350. The all-wheel drive, it costs a little over $3,000 more at $55,850. Then you have the advanced 20-inch all-wheel drive, and then you have the performance all-wheel drive all the way at the top, $69,900. That's really the model I personally recommend. It is such a little rocket, and usually I would also pretty much recommend almost everyone to step up to the GV70 electric, because the refinement of the GV70 EV is genuinely on the same level of a six-figure luxury car. No exaggeration. It is so quiet, so smooth, very comfortable. But the GV60, it kind of has like that hot hatchback, more nimble driving feel. But don't get me wrong, both of these electric Genesis products, they don't like to be pushed 10/10ths out on the road. It does begin to kind of fall flat on its face at that point, but at 6-7/10ths driving, you're really going to enjoy both of these electric Genesis vehicles, and that's really all the hardcore driving most people are going to do anyway. But yeah, I like both the GV60 and the GV70 EV for different reasons. But the GV70, it used to lease out pretty good, but not so much anymore as of August of 2024. And keep in mind, leasing programs, interest rates, incentives, it changes every month. But in the description box of this video, I'm going to provide you with a free leasing calculator by AutoCompanion. This is one of the most powerful tools that a consumer can use because it shows you the interest rate of a lease along with the residual values and the incentives that you can qualify for in your local area. So I ran some numbers on a 2024 GV60 performance with an MSRP of $71,770. I assumed a 10% discount off of MSRP. You should at least try to get that much because these EVs, they crash in value. So you want to make sure you're getting an amazing deal and discount. So I put in 10% off, and the current lease interest rates, not gonna lie, it is pretty high. It's like 6.5% for 3 years. However, when you lease the GV60, you can get $18,750 in lease cash as of right now. This used to be the case with the GV70 as well, but they stopped that. So that's what I'm saying. Use this calculator. It updates every month, and it's going to show you the incentives every month as well as it changes. And this is also going to depend on your location and your zip code. So that's why it's imperative that you utilize this tool, because the incentives are going to stack on top of whatever dealer discount that you are able to negotiate. So 10% off on a $71,000 vehicle, it's about $7,000 off. And then you stack on top of that the $18,000, you're getting about 25 grand off the MSRP of this EV. And that's why you shouldn't let the EV MSRP scare you. The reality is they're really not that bad if you know how to lease these things properly. And with zero money down, taxes and fees included, the $71,000 GV60 is leasing for about $550 a month. That is really reasonable and really doable for something this quick and this fast, because this is the fully loaded model. You can get the lesser trim levels as well. So play with that calculator. Right now the GV70 has no incentives, so it's just leasing for about $1,200 a month. It's definitely not worth that. A lot of people, they were also leasing that for about $600-700 a month, the GV70s. So if you wanted that, I would wait until the programs get better. So I'm going to leave that leasing calculator down in the description box, but hopefully you found value with this content. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you're an owner of one of these vehicles, leave your thoughts below. Let us know how it's been holding up for you, because the other thing is, I would not buy or lease any of these Genesis products unless you have a good Genesis dealership near where you live. That's the only way I would ever consider owning one of these, because if issues arise, you want to make sure there's a good dealership that can take care of you. So with that established, thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.